Download now and explore the world of knowledge, insights, and authentic information.
You're watching DD India News Hour, India's voice to the world. I'm Preeti Kaur. Coming up in the next 1 hour, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate Atal Setu, the longest sea bridge in the country, in Mumbai. U.S. and UK coalition strike Houthi rebel targets in Yemen after incidents of ship attacks in Red Sea. In sports, Shivam Dube stars as India beats Afghanistan by 6 wickets in the first T20 international. Men in blue lead the series 1-0. The financial capital of India, Mumbai, is all set to witness an addition to its infrastructure with the inauguration of a trans-harbour link. Now, it promises shorter travel times, reduced traffic congestion and enhanced opportunities for economic growth. DD India's Shishir Chelar gets us more details.
In a momentous event, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the much-awaited Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link, marking a significant milestone in the city's infrastructure development. The Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link is an ambitious project connecting Mumbai to Navi Mumbai. This monumental bridge will significantly ease the congestion on the existing routes by offering a direct, uninterrupted route between Shivri in South Mumbai to Navasheva in Navi Mumbai. Previously, commuters had to rely on ferries, crowded roads, or the lengthy detour via the Vashi Bridge to traverse between these two major hubs. A joint venture between the state-run Maharashtra State Road Development Corporation and private partners, the Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link represents a remarkable collaboration between the public and private sector. With an estimated cost of around 18,000 crore rupees, this 21.8-kilometer long bridge project has been a vision of the government for several years. The Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link boasts state-of-the-art engineering techniques designed to withstand cyclones, high-speed winds and other adverse weather conditions. It comprises a 6-lane highway. A key focus of the Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link project is its commitment to sustainability. The bridge has been designed with eco-friendly principles in mind, minimizing its impact on the surrounding environment. The construction process incorporates measures to mitigate ecological disruptions, preserving the local flora and fauna. The benefits of the MTHL are expected to extend beyond transportation. It will unlock the economic potential of Navi Mumbai by providing seamless connectivity to the upcoming Navi Mumbai International Airport, the JNPT port, and other growth corridors. The bridge will not only facilitate smoother movement of goods, but also create employment opportunities and boost the real estate sector in the surrounding areas.
After obtaining all the necessary permissions in 2018, the actual work of the Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link started in 17 and 18. Now the link is completed in record time and Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link. Well, this link goes from the seaside and connects Mumbai to Navi Mumbai. Earlier, it took almost 1.5 hours to 2 hours to reach from Mumbai to Navi Mumbai, which will now take only few minutes. This will not only save the time, but it will also save the energy and will open up the new economic corridor for both the cities. With camera person Arun Wilson, Shir Shelar for DD India, Mumbai.
All right, to spell out more details, Shama Mishra is joining us live from Mumbai. Shama, good morning. We'll see Prime Minister will inaugurate and travel on Atal Setu. This is, as we said, the longest sea bridge in the country. Let us understand more from you. How far will it make a difference, and will it help in making life easier for the people of Mumbai and the nearby areas as well?
Well, that one point, Preeti, is definitely up for take, that it will make everybody's life easier, because we understand that where Mumbai is the capital, financial capital of the country, Navi Mumbai is also fast catching up. Now, to connect these two places was very important, and the only way was either through train or the jammed roads. Ferry is also an option, but it's not a popular one. So if you are traveling by train, it will take you certain changes from harbour, central to harbour, and then thereon, that will take 2 hours around. And by road also, if you go, there will be a tollway where you will be stuck for, say, about from Mumbai to that particular place you have to go in Navi Mumbai. Will take you around 1.5 hours to 2 hours. So this is taking 22 minutes. So that is definitely saving a lot of time. With that time, you can do a lot of other economic activities. Apart from that, you're saving on your fuel, you're saving on your cost. When you're saving on your fuel, we understand that this will directly contribute to the lesser CO2 emissions. And as India is emphasizing on LIFE, which is lifestyle for environment mission, India is also India has taken this to become zero emission by 2070. So this will be an important step in that direction. Now, this was all about human beings and the benefits that it will give. Now, let's talk about the flora and fauna. We understand that since this is India's longest sea bridge, we always have this question, what about the sea life? Right from the construction, it was kept in mind that the aquatic marine life will not be harmed. The debris which falls from the construction will not be going into the sea. Even while the construction was on, the sound and other aspects that was taken into consideration was very low, keeping in mind that it will not harm the aquatic life. The life which is there on particular bridge will not be harming the sea life. So all this is kept in mind. Apart from that, if we are understanding that this will give a big boost, in becoming India a wickets Bharat by 2047, because import, export, everything happens from Nhava
So indeed,
Sheva,
this will
Mumbai.
be a stellar project for Mumbai. Yes. All right. Also, Shama, let us get more details from you. We tell our viewers that the Prime Minister will be participating in a public program in Navi Mumbai and also lay foundation stone of many development projects there. Can we get more details on the Prime Minister's day there in Navi Mumbai after the launch?
Yes, well, after the launch of NTHL, which is the Atal Setu, he will be traveling from that Atal Setu towards Navi Mumbai. So we can get a real-time update, how much time it is taking, and then a commoner will understand that it is really beneficial. When he lands in Navi Mumbai, he will be taking a public rally where he will be dedicating, laying foundation stones of several projects, which is termed as, as much as 30,000 crore rupees. So he'll be also laying foundation stones of various projects, including one of the CFC, which is the Common Facilitation Center in the gems and jewelry sector. We understand this sector is really important for providing, necessary jobs, necessary economic boost to the country. So this particular Common Facilitation Center, which is the CFC, will be playing a major role, not just in, giving the world-class facilities, but it will also be providing skilled manpower. So there'll be a skilling center as well over here. There'll be world-class machineries, which will be giving, 3D cut on the metals and much more. Apart from that, there'll be for Palghar and Thane, there'll be water facilitation project that will be inaugurated by Prime Minister. Then we are also understanding there'll be from Orange Gate, which is Mumbai Port Trust, near Mumbai Port Trust. There'll be an underground way that the foundation laying stone would happen of that. This will directly come out at Marine Drive. So we understand both this part is in South Mumbai, but it was usually it still takes a lot of time to reach from one point to the another. So this particular underground passage was very important. So he'll be laying foundation stone of that as well. So Orange Gate, from Orange Gate to Marine Drive. Apart from that, there are several other projects which will be dedicated to the nation. And we understand that whenever Prime Minister comes to Mumbai or Maharashtra, the entire visit is really action-packed.
All right, the entire visit is action-packed and ambitious projects up there for inauguration today by the Prime Minister. Thank you so much, Shama, for joining in. We'll come back to you again during the day when the program begins. From here, let's turn focus to another important engagement of the Prime Minister today. He will be inaugurating the 27th National Youth Festival at the Western Indian city of Nashik today. 8,000 youth will participate in the cultural events during the festival, which commemorates the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda.
India's Prime Minister will inaugurate the 27th National Youth Festival in the western state of Maharashtra. Tapovan ground in Nasik is all set to host the inaugural program of the 27th National Youth Festival. The multi-activity festival on Jan 12th coincides with the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda.
We are at the Tapovan ground where the preparations are in full swing to welcome PM Narendra Modi. The Chief Minister Eknath Shinde had recently reviewed on Monday. He had reviewed all the preparations and ensured that the things are put on place. The day is going to be very significant in terms of cultural heritage of Nasik in particular and Maharashtra in general, and also for the youngsters who are very excited and waiting for the moment where they could showcase their talent to the entire country, in the presence of entire country.
Maharashtra's Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has been regularly holding review meetings to ensure that the event is a grand success.
नेशनल यूथ फेस्टिवल का आयोजन 12 जनवरी से 16 जनवरी तक यहाँ पर नासिक में होने जा रहा है। पहले दिन ओपनिंग में खुद आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी स्वयं उपस्थित रहने वाले। नेशनल यूथ फेस्टिवल में पूरे देश भर से युवा आएंगे और पार्टिसिपेंट कम से कम 8000 लोग इसमें शामिल होने वाले हैं और हजारों की तादाद में लोकल जो आर्टिस्ट हैं, लोकल स्पोर्ट्समैन हैं, वो सब इसमें शामिल हो जाएंगे।
Meanwhile, the participants have geared up to thrill the world through their talent.
We are very excited to perform in this National Youth Festival. We are excited to showcase our culture towards huge gathering all over India.
We are showcasing 8 Indian classical dance forms. So we feel this is a golden opportunity to perform in front of PM Modi ji. So we are very excited.
Nasik Municipal Corporation has made elaborate arrangements for the event. The Prime Minister will also hold a mega roadshow and will visit the famous Kalaram temple and offer prayers at Ram Kund. Prime Minister will also hold interactions with the Purohit Samaj.
Youth forms the core of PM Modi's aspiration for a new and developed India, and that's the reason we have also recently seen that Mera Yuva Bharat portal was launched on 31st of October last year. Now this event will definitely give a boost to the morals of youngsters in Maharashtra and also in the country in total. At the same time, it will also give a unique platform to Maharashtra to showcase the talent and the rich cultural heritage. For DD India, this is Yogesh Kumar Sigal from Maharashtra.
All right, Vishal Barrister is joining us live from Nashik for more details. Vishal, good morning. Now, we tell our viewers that this is an important event. It will be showcasing the youth power of the country. We also know various states are also showcasing cultural programs on the National Youth Day. Can we get more details about what all is lined up there in Nashik today?
Well, a very good morning to you, Preeti. Today, the world is celebrating the 161st birth anniversary of the Hindu sage and philosopher Swami Vivekananda. And today is going to be a big day for Nasik because Prime Minister would be reaching here to inaugurate the 27th Youth Festival, and around 8,000 youth from across the country are participating in it. Now, let me give you a background why the Youth Festival or Youth Day is celebrated today on the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda, because in the 1893 he had gone to Chicago to participate and represent Hindu religion in the World Parliament of Religions, and there he captivated the American audience by saying sisters and brothers of America. Swami Vivekananda was the authority on Hindu Vedas, and that is why the country is celebrating Youth Day today. Probably Prime Minister would be reaching here, and I'm here at Tapovan where it is going to be a grand rally. He will be addressing the youth of the nation, and also there are a few more programs lined up here in Nashik. So it is going to be a very, very important day for the youth of the country who have been asked by the Prime Minister to play a key role in the mission of making India a developed country by 2047 when the country celebrates 100th year of its independence. Preeti?
Yes, also Vishal, when we talk of this year's theme, My Bharat Viksit Bharat at the rate 2047, by the youth, for the youth. Now this specifically resonates with the youth aspirations for India's future. Also, we know how time and again Prime Minister has emphasized on the power of youth. So, let us understand more from you. How do we relate this day to his effort in this endeavor to make youth a key part of the development journey of the country?
Well, absolutely, because we know that India is one of the youngest country in the world, and the next 25 years are going to be very, very important. We have already crossed 25 years of independence, and the mission is to make India a developed country by 2047. So 25 years, which this is called Amrit Kal, and these 25 years are going to be very, very important. And that is why the youth of the country have been asked to come forward and play a key role. This is one India. This has to be a developed India, and as Swami Vivekananda gave a call, awake, arise and stop now till the goal is reached. The goal is to make India a developed nation by 2047, and that is why last year in October My Bharat app was launched, and the whole idea is to connect with the youth of the country. They would go to this app and they would tell the world why they are so proud of their country and what makes them happy in the India, in the Bharat that they are living in, and how Bharat is going to conquer the world by 2047. Preeti?
All right, Vishal, we'll leave it here. Thank you so much for joining in with those details. We'll come back to you again during the day. So that was about the two important engagements of the Prime Minister today in Maharashtra. Up next, we're heading for a short break, but after the break, we'll tell you Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky rules out ceasefire with Russia. Senior officials from the U.S. State Department and U.S. military will visit the South American country after surge in violence. And the Royal Caribbean is set to launch its largest cruise ship, Icon of the Seas, with a capacity of around 10,000 passengers.
Experience the magic of Ayodhya, where spirituality meets architectural grandeur. Immerse yourself in the majestic beauty of the Ram Temple, an awe-inspiring symbol of devotion and cultural heritage. Explore its intricate details from the towering spires to the sacred sanctorum. Watch Ayodhya, the marvel of architecture, on Friday, 8:30 p.m. IST, only on DD India.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching DD India News Hour. Let's get to international updates. US and UK forces have begun airstrikes against Houthi rebel targets in Yemen. US President Joe Biden said on Thursday that the United States and Britain, with support from Australia, Bahrain, Canada and the Netherlands, had conducted strikes in Yemen at sites used by Houthi rebels. A White House statement said that these strikes are in direct response to unprecedented Houthi attacks against international maritime vessels in the Red Sea since November. The strikes were carried out by aircraft, ships and a submarine. Biden said he would not hesitate to direct further measures to protect people and free flow of commerce. Britain's Prime Minister Rishi Sunak also confirmed that the Royal Air Force participated in the attacks on facilities used by Houthi rebels in Yemen. Sunak blamed the Houthis for a series of dangerous and destabilizing attacks against commercial shipping in the Red Sea, threatening UK and other international ships, causing major disruption to a vital trade route and driving up commodity prices. UK Prime Minister in a statement said the United Kingdom will always stand up for freedom of navigation and free flow of trade. He added that the strikes are limited, necessary and proportionate action in self-defense. Australia has supported the US and UK airstrikes on Houthi targets in Yemen, saying the actions are about maintaining freedom of navigation on the high seas.
Australia's support of these actions came in the form of personnel in the operational headquarters. These are very important actions. The actions that have been taken today, supported by Australia, are about maintaining freedom of navigation on the high seas. They are about maintaining global trade. And that is completely central to Australia's national interest.
Saudi Arabia has meanwhile called for restraint and avoiding escalation in light of the airstrikes launched by the US and UK coalition forces against Houthi targets in Yemen. Saudi Foreign Ministry in a statement said the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is following with great concern the military operations taking place in the Red Sea region and the airstrikes on a number of sites in the Republic of Yemen. The statement further reads, the Kingdom emphasizes the importance of maintaining security and stability of the Red Sea region as the freedom of navigation in it is an international demand. Iran has seized a tanker with Iraqi crude destined for Turkey on Thursday in retaliation for the confiscation last year of the same vessel and its oil by the United States. The seizure of the Marshall Islands flagged St. Nicholas coincides with weeks of attacks by Houthi rebels targeting Red Sea shipping routes. The St. Nicholas was seized by the United States last year in a sanctioned enforcement operation when it sailed under a different name, Suez Rajan. Following the move, Iran warned the US that it would not go unanswered. The United States has condemned Iran's seizure of an oil tanker off the coast of Oman. The White House National Security spokesperson John Kirby at a White House briefing has called for immediate release of the ship and its crew.
We've all seen reports about the Iranians' apparent seizure of a merchant vessel called the St. Nicholas, a Marshall Islands flagged and Greek-owned oil tanker. While it was lawfully navigating waters in the Gulf of Oman, we condemn this apparent seizure. The Iranian government should immediately release the ship and its crew. These provocative and unacceptable actions need to stop. We'll continue to work with our allies and partners to deter and confront the full range of Iran's concerning and destabilizing behavior in close coordination, of course, with the international community.
Revenue from Egypt's Suez Canal is down 40% from the beginning of the year as compared to 2023. Suez Canal Authority head Osama Rabi said that the ship traffic was down 30% in the period between 1st January and January 11th as compared to the previous year. The number of vessels to pass through the Suez Canal dropped to 554 so far this year, as against 777 in the equivalent period of 2023. The Suez Canal is a key source of scarce foreign currency for Egypt, and authorities have been trying hard to boost revenue in recent years, including through an expansion of the canal in 2015. The further expansion is underway. Israel will respond to accusations brought by South Africa at the UN's top court on Friday. South Africa demanded an emergency suspension of Israel's aerial and ground offensive in Gaza in hearings at the International Court of Justice on Thursday. Israel has rejected the accusations as baseless.
Israel is fighting against brutal terrorists who were committed horror crimes against humanity, a terror organization which commit the biggest crime against the Jewish people since the Holocaust, and now there are groups which defend them. We keep fighting the terrorists, we keep repelling the lies, we keep ensure our just right to defend ourselves and ensure our future until the total victory.
Let's get to updates on Russia-Ukraine conflict now. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has ruled out a ceasefire in his country's war with Russia, saying it would not lead to political dialogue and only benefit Moscow. Zelensky made the comment during a visit to Estonia as part of a wider tour of the Baltic region. Zelensky visited Lithuania, Latvia and Estonia to discuss the Russia-Ukraine conflict and Kyiv's plans to join NATO and the European Union.
A pause on the battlefield on the territory of Ukraine is not a pause in war. It is not the end of war. It doesn't lead to political dialogue with the Russian Federation or with someone else. This pause will only benefit the Russian Federation. Why? Because we understand the amounts of what they produce today. We know how many drones, artillery they produce daily.
Meanwhile, White House National Security spokesperson John Kirby said U.S. assistance for Ukraine has now ground to a halt on Thursday.
We have issued the last drawdown package that we had funding to support, and that's why it's critical that Congress move on that national security supplemental request and we get more funding. The assistance that we provided has now ground to a halt. The attacks that the Russians are conducting are only increasing. And now, as I talked about earlier this week, they're using North Korean ballistic missiles to do their dirty work. So the need is acute right now, particularly in these winter months.
Let's get to updates now from Ecuador. The South American nation is trying to return to normalcy after Tuesday's drug gang violence. The Ecuadorian armed forces moved against terrorist groups on Thursday as part of efforts to restore law and order. Over a dozen people associated with Tuesday's incident were detained by the security forces, and detainees from 3 separate operations in the last 24 hours were presented to the media. Some mafia groups were dismantled, while many firearms were seized as part of the operations. Military and police operations took place around Ecuador on Thursday in response to a wave of violence and the detention of nearly 180 prison staff by inmates. The Ecuadorian government has declared war against drug gangs holding scores of prison guards hostage. Ecuadorian President Daniel Noboa detailed plans for 2 new high-security prisons on Thursday. He said that harsher laws, honest judges, and the chance to extradite wanted criminals were also necessary. Now, according to an official statement, the facilities will have space for more than 700 prisoners with enhanced security measures. U.S. law enforcement officials will visit Ecuador to assist in criminal investigations after drug gangs caused a wave of violence. The State Department, in a statement, said that senior officials from the State Department and the U.S. military will visit the South American country in the coming weeks to explore ways to help Ecuador confront the threat of the drug gangs. Earlier, the United States had condemned recent attacks by armed groups in Ecuador and pledged to increase cooperation with the government. Peru's President Dina Boluarte said that the country's border with neighboring Ecuador is secure as both the countries weigh up deportations of inmates to fight crime. Peru had strengthened its border security with Ecuador earlier this week after declaring an emergency along its northern border with Ecuador in response to violent outbreaks in the neighboring country. Update from Papua New Guinea now. Cleanup operations began in the island nation following deadly riots that killed at least 16 people. Earlier on Thursday, Papua New Guinea's Prime Minister James Marape declared a state of emergency while addressing the media. He also denounced the strikes and assured of assistance to businesses affected by looting and arson. Marape also suspended government and police officials with immediate effect following the death of the protesters after police actions on protesting mob causing large-scale looting and arson in the capital city of Port Moresby. A quick look at other stories making it to the headlines from across the world now. The Museum of Forma Urbis, a marble map of ancient Rome, will open in a new archaeological park on Rome's famous Seven Hills, Celio. The map, carved between 203 and 211 AD, was a valuable resource for understanding the layout of ancient Rome and served as a tool for urban planning, navigation, and public administration. Rapa Nui, a recycling center on the eastern island in Chile in South America, has collected nearly 9 tons of electric equipment for recycling in continental Chile. The initiative, a joint effort between Rapa Nui government, Midas Chile, and Entel, aims to reduce environmental impact and raise environmental awareness by transporting the waste to Valparaiso port. A native cocoa mixtil was rescued from Mexico City's underground metro system. The nocturnal animal, similar to a raccoon, was found in evading rescue efforts and was checked for injuries before being transferred to the Animal Monitoring Brigade. Royal Caribbean is all set to launch its largest cruise ship, Icon of the Seas, with the capacity of around 10,000 passengers. The ship features 8 neighborhoods with unique themes, including Central Park with live plants and restaurants. It also features an innovative water park with 6 slides and tubing experiences. The ship also offers over 40 restaurants and bars, with its inaugural voyage set for January 27th. We're heading for a short break, but still to come on this edition of DD India News Hour. Holy city of Ayodhya is decked up ahead of the consecration ceremony of Ram Temple. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar speaks to U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, discusses maritime security challenges.
Are you obsessed with having the perfect body? And is that obsession harming you? I connect the dots to get you the full picture. Watch Connecting the Dots every Friday at 8 p.m. IST on DD India.
Experience the magic of Ayodhya, where spirituality meets architectural grandeur. Immerse yourself in the majestic beauty of the Ram Temple, an awe-inspiring symbol of devotion and cultural heritage. Explore its intricate details from the towering spires to the sacred sanctorum. Watch Ayodhya, the marvel of architecture, on Friday, 8:30 p.m. IST, only on DD India.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching DD India News Hour. A quick recap of the top stories once again. In his Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate Atal Setu, the longest sea bridge in the country, in Mumbai. U.S. and UK coalition strike Houthi rebel targets in Yemen after incidents of ship attacks in Red Sea. In sports, Shivam Dube stars as India beat Afghanistan by 6 wickets in the first T20 international. Men in blue lead the series 1-0. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar had a telephonic conversation with his Australian counterpart, Penny Wong. In a social media post, Dr. S. Jaishankar wrote, and I quote him, "The first conversation of 2024 with Senator Wong of Australia, exchanged views on the state of the world and discussed our cooperation for this year, including through Quad." India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken discussed over phone the situation in the Red Sea, where several commercial vehicles and vessels of late have come under attacks by the Houthis. Both the leaders discussed the ongoing situation in West Asia, including Gaza. Both also exchanged perspectives on development pertaining to the Ukraine conflict. The minister also said that he's looking forward to realizing our agenda for 2024. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has shared a message on his special ritual ahead of the consecration ceremony at the Ram Temple in Ayodhya. In a social media post, the Prime Minister said, and I quote him, "Only 11 days remain for the consecration of Ram Lalla in Ayodhya. I am fortunate that I too will witness this holy occasion. God created me to represent all the citizens of India during the consecration. Keeping this in mind, I am beginning an 11-day special Anushtan or ritual from today."
सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, राम राम। जीवन के कुछ क्षण ईश्वरीय आशीर्वाद की वजह से ही यथार्थ में बदलते हैं। आज हम सभी भारतीयों के लिए, दुनिया भर में फैले राम भक्तों के लिए ऐसा ही पवित्र अवसर है। हर तरफ प्रभु श्री राम की भक्ति का अद्भुत वातावरण, चारों दिशाओं में राम नाम की धुन, राम भजनों की अद्भुत सौंदर्य माधुरी। हर किसी को इंतजार है 22 जनवरी का, उस ऐतिहासिक पवित्र पल का। और अब अयोध्या में राम लला की प्राण प्रतिष्ठा में केवल 11 दिन ही बचे हैं। मेरा सौभाग्य है कि मुझे भी इस पुण्य अवसर का साक्षी बनने का अवसर मिल रहा है। ये मेरे लिए कल्पनातीत अनुभूतियों का समय है। मैं भावुक हूँ, भाव विह्वल हूँ। मैं पहली बार जीवन में इस तरह के मनोभाव से गुजर रहा हूँ। मैं एक अलग ही भाव भक्ति की अनुभूति कर रहा हूँ। मेरे अंतर मन की ये भाव यात्रा मेरे लिए अभिव्यक्ति का नहीं, अनुभूति का अवसर है। चाहते हुए भी मैं इसकी गहनता, व्यापकता और तीव्रता को शब्दों में बांध नहीं पा रहा हूँ। आप भी भली भांति मेरी स्थिति समझ सकते हैं। जिस स्वप्न को अनेकों पीढ़ियों ने वर्षों तक एक संकल्प की तरह अपने हृदय में जिया, मुझे उसकी सिद्धि के समय उपस्थित होने का सौभाग्य मिला है। प्रभु ने मुझे सभी भारतवासियों का प्रतिनिधित्व करने का निमित्त बनाया है। निमित्त मात्रम भव सव्य साचिन, ये एक बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है। जैसा हमारे शास्त्रों में भी कहा गया है, हमें ईश्वर के यज्ञ के लिए, आराधना के लिए स्वयं में भी दैवीय चेतना जागृत करनी होती है। इसके लिए शास्त्रों में व्रत और कठोर नियम बताए गए हैं, जिन्हें प्राण प्रतिष्ठा से पहले पालन करना होता है। इसलिए आध्यात्मिक यात्रा की कुछ तपस्वी आत्माओं और महापुरुषों से मुझे जो मार्गदर्शन मिला, उन्होंने जो यम नियम सुझाए हैं, उसके अनुसार मैं आज से 11 दिन का विशेष अनुष्ठान आरंभ कर रहा हूँ। इस पवित्र अवसर पर मैं परमात्मा के श्री चरणों में प्रार्थना करता हूँ, ऋषियों, मुनियों, तपस्वियों का पुण्य स्मरण करता हूँ और जनता जनार्दन जो ईश्वर का रूप है, उनसे प्रार्थना करता हूँ कि आप मुझे आशीर्वाद दें, ताकि मन से, वचन से, कर्म से मेरी तरफ से कोई कमी ना रहे। साथियों, मेरा ये सौभाग्य है कि 11 दिन के अपने अनुष्ठान का आरंभ मैं नासिक धाम पंचवटी से कर रहा हूँ। पंचवटी वो पावन धरा है जहाँ प्रभु श्री राम ने काफ़ी समय बिताया था। और आज मेरे लिए एक सुखद संयोग ये भी है कि आज स्वामी विवेकानंद जी की जन्म जयंती है। ये स्वामी विवेकानंद जी तो थे जिन्होंने हजारों वर्षों से आक्रांतित भारत की आत्मा को झकझोरा था। आज वही आत्मविश्वास भव्य राम मंदिर के रूप में हमारी पहचान बनकर सबके सामने है। और सोने पर सुहागा देखिए, आज माता जीजाबाई जी की जन्म जयंती है। माता जीजाबाई जिन्होंने छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज के रूप में एक महामानव को जन्म दिया था। आज हम अपने भारत को जिस अक्षुण्ण रूप में देख रहे हैं, इसमें माता जीजाबाई जी का बहुत बड़ा योगदान है। और साथियों, जब मैं माता जीजाबाई का पुण्य स्मरण कर रहा हूँ तो सहज रूप से मुझे अपनी माँ की याद आना बहुत स्वाभाविक है। मेरी माँ जीवन के अंत तक माला जपते हुए सीताराम का ही नाम बजा करती थी। साथियों, प्राण प्रतिष्ठा की मंगल घड़ी, चराचर सृष्टि का वो चैतन्य पल, आध्यात्मिक अनुभूति का वो अवसर, गर्भगृह में उस पल क्या कुछ नहीं होगा। साथियों, शरीर के रूप में तो मैं उस पवित्र पल का साक्षी बनूंगा ही, लेकिन मेरे मन में, मेरे हृदय के हर स्पंदन में 140 करोड़ भारतीय मेरे साथ होंगे। आप मेरे साथ होंगे। हर राम भक्त मेरे साथ होगा और वो चैतन्य पल हम सबकी साझी अनुभूति होगी। मैं अपने साथ राम मंदिर के लिए अपने जीवन को समर्पित करने वाले अनगिनत व्यक्तित्वों की प्रेरणा लेकर जाऊंगा। त्याग तपस्या की वो मूर्तियां, 500 साल का धैर्य, दीर्घ धैर्य का वो काल, अनगिनत त्याग और तपस्या की घटनाएं, दानियों की, बलिदानियों की गाथाएं। कितने ही लोग हैं जिनके नाम तक कोई नहीं जानता, लेकिन जिनके जीवन का एकमात्र ध्येय रहा है भव्य राम मंदिर का निर्माण। ऐसे असंख्य लोगों की स्मृतियां मेरे साथ होगी। जब 140 करोड़ देशवासी उस पल में मन से मेरे साथ जुड़ जाएंगे और जब मैं आपकी ऊर्जा को साथ लेकर गर्भगृह में प्रवेश करूंगा, तो मुझे भी एहसास होगा कि मैं अकेला नहीं, आप सब भी मेरे साथ हैं। साथियों, ये 11 दिन व्यक्तिगत रूप से मेरे यम नियम तो है ही, लेकिन मेरे भाव विश्व में आप सब समाहित है। मेरी प्रार्थना है कि आप भी मन से मेरे साथ जुड़े रहें। रामलला के चरणों में मैं आपके भावों को भी उसी भाव से अर्पित करूंगा जो भाव मेरे भीतर उमड़ रहे हैं। साथियों, हम सब इस सत्य को जानते हैं कि ईश्वर निराकार है, लेकिन ईश्वर साकार रूप में भी हमारी आध्यात्मिक यात्रा को बल देते हैं। जनता जनार्दन में ईश्वर का रूप होता है। ये मैंने साक्षात देखा है, महसूस किया है। लेकिन जब ईश्वर रूपी वही जनता शब्दों में अपनी भावनाएं प्रकट करती है, आशीर्वाद देती है, तो मुझ में भी नई ऊर्जा का संचार होता है। आज मुझे आपके आशीर्वाद की आवश्यकता है। इसलिए मेरी प्रार्थना है कि शब्दों में, लिखित में अपनी भावनाएं जरूर प्रकट करें, मुझे आशीर्वाद जरूर दें। आपके आशीर्वाद का एक एक शब्द मेरे लिए शब्द नहीं, मंत्र है। मंत्र की शक्ति के तौर पर वो अवश्य काम करेगा। आप अपने शब्दों को, अपने भावों को नमो ऐप के माध्यम से सीधे मुझ तक पहुंचा सकते हैं। आइए हम सब प्रभु श्री राम की भक्ति में डूब जाएं। इसी भाव के साथ आप सभी राम भक्तों को कोटि कोटि नमन। जय सिया राम, जय सिया राम, जय सिया राम।
So that was the Prime Minister's message. And ahead of the consecration ceremony of Lord Ram Temple in the Indian city of Ayodhya, shops were decked up with beautiful items, including paintings and flags of Lord Ram. The employment and income of shopkeepers has also increased. This may double in the coming time as well. A surge in demand is being observed for various decorative items bearing Lord Ram's name. Items such as Sri Ram flag, saffron flag, metallic rings, lockets featuring Lord Ram's photographs are popular. The main attraction among the youth is the kurtas printed with Lord Ram's name. An elaborate network of security measures has also been put in place ahead of the consecration ceremony of Lord Ram Temple in Ayodhya in Uttar Pradesh. To ensure a comprehensive security, anti-drone systems have been installed in the city. The central and state intelligence agencies, along with military intelligence, have been placed on high alert The consecration ceremony is scheduled to take place on 22nd January. A short break ahead, but still to come on this edition of DD India News Hour. Stay with us as we acquaint you with a one-of-its-kind AI-powered bartender serving beverages. World number one Novak Djokovic entertains Melbourne crowd during charity games ahead of Australian Open. And happy smiling souls enjoying the winter chill in Vancouver. Snow fell down in Canada on Thursday.
Are you obsessed with having the perfect body? And is that obsession harming you? I connect the dots to get you the full picture. Watch Connecting the Dots every Friday at 8 p.m. IST on DD India.
Experience the magic of Ayodhya, where spirituality meets architectural grandeur. Immerse yourself in the majestic beauty of the Ram Temple, an awe-inspiring symbol of devotion and cultural heritage. Explore its intricate details from the towering spires to the sacred sanctorum. Watch Ayodhya, the marvel of architecture, on Friday, 8:30 p.m. IST, only on DD India.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching DD India News Hour. It is time now for business updates. A recent fund manager survey conducted by Bank of America, Japan and India have emerged as the most favored markets in the Asia-Pacific region. Now, the survey revealed that Japan holds the top position with a net 45% overweight, followed by India at 25%. In contrast, Thailand, China and Australia are perceived as less attractive. The survey also revealed that while investors remain cautious about the macro environment, they have become more optimistic about interest rates. The survey underscores the contrast between global concerns and a more positive outlook for the Asia-Pacific region, as 57% of the participants anticipate a weaker global economy in the next 12 months, as compared to a more positive return expectations from Asia, especially from Japan and India. The civil aviation industry in India has emerged as one of the fastest growing industries in the country during the last few years. Over the past year, India has 149 operational civil airports. The number of domestic passengers rose from 98 million in 2012-13 to 202 million in 2019-20. On November 19th this year, airlines in India flew 4,56,910 domestic passengers. Now, this was the highest single-day air traffic since the pandemic, marking a remarkable 7.4% surge. As per the International Air Transport Association, India is projected to be the third largest overall by 2026. And now we get you updates from Consumer Electronics Show 2024 that is underway in Las Vegas. Visitors at the fair in Las Vegas had the opportunity to roll in someone else's shoes this week. Austin, Texas-based Shift Robotics unveiled the new Moonwalkers X, its new AI-powered 6-wheel roller shoe that assists with walking. If you're feeling lonely and want to talk to a loved one on the other side of the world, the HoloBox can make it happen. Created by HoloConnects, a company from the Netherlands, the device can be projected anywhere in the world, providing you have an internet connection and a HoloBox. HoloConnects hope that the device will help combat social isolation and loneliness. Vacuum seal technology might soon replace television cables and wall mounts as wireless TVs make their way to the market. The device boasts an active loop vacuum technology with a push of 2 side handles, securing it to any smooth surface. CES attendees in Las Vegas also enjoyed a free beverage at the electronics show, but it was not made by a Sin City bartender. Instead, Moody, an AI-powered bartender, scanned their face, detected their mood, and got to work. Based on your feeling and mood, ChatGPT recommends you the right cocktail.
Thank you.
All right, that was interesting though. Let's turn focus to sports updates now. Ignored for South Africa series, all-rounder Shivam Dube starred with both bat and ball on his comeback, guiding India to an easy 6-wicket win over Afghanistan in Mohali on Thursday. Proving his utility in India's crowded batting lineup, Dube made the opportunity count as he hit a belligerent half-century in chase of 159 after bowlers restricted the Afghan batsman to a par total. After bowling an economic spell, Dube smashed an unbeaten 60 off 40 balls to help India overcome the target with 15 balls to spare. Earlier, Afghanistan made 158 for 5 in 20 overs, with Nabi top scoring for the visitors with 42. Mukesh Kumar and Akshar Patel took 2 wickets apiece, while Dube took 1 in the 2 overs he bowled. Now, the next game will be played in Indore on January 14th. From cricket to badminton now, Indian men's doubles pair of Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty continue their impressive run to advance into the men's doubles quarterfinals of the Malaysia Open Super 1000 badminton tournament on Thursday. Satvik and Chirag beat France's world number 36 Lucas Covey and Ronan Laber 21-11, 21-18. They will play their quarterfinals match on Friday. Novak Djokovic produced yet another memorable night in Rod Laver Arena on Thursday. Dozens of Serbian fans energetically danced and sang outside Rod Laver Arena before Novak Djokovic hosted a tennis charity event. Djokovic took on Greek Stefanos Tsitsipas in a one-set exhibition and won 6-3 before the duo were joined by Tsitsipas's Greek compatriot Maria Sakkari and Belarusian reigning Australian Open champion Aryna Sabalenka. Djokovic was challenged by a number of athletes from the other sports to try their game. The Serbian impressed the crowd with his basketball and cricket skills. Proceeds from the charity event are scheduled to go to a range of children's charities, providing opportunities for the disadvantaged children to play sports. In Super Cup semi-final, Barcelona thrashed Osasuna in a one-sided clash. Barcelona dominated the game from the very start, but were unable to score until the 59th minute of the game. IK Gundogan picked out Lewandowski with a through ball, and the striker scored from close range. Osasuna tried to make a late run for the equalizer, but got exposed, and Joao Felix created a quick encounter and assisted Yamal, who blasted low into the net to secure the win, setting up a dream showpiece clash on Sunday with Real Madrid. And it was snowing in Vancouver on Thursday. Canada's west was lashed with an Arctic air blast. The city's sea lions, however, were delighted by the snow, as well as some locals who came out for the occasion. Take a look at these visuals. With that, we end this edition of DD India News Hour. But let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. You can connect with us on Facebook, X, and also Instagram. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Preeti Kaur signing off, and from all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching DD India News Hour.
Are you obsessed with having